couples court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Casper versus Brown. You all are engaged. You've been engaged for 5 months. And you actually got engaged 1 month after you met.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Casper, why have you brought your fiance to couples court?
I need to know if she is cheating on me with our roommate. We plan to get married in 2 months, and I need to know if this is the truth, so that because I cannot deal with cheaters.
So wait, you're supposed to be getting married in 2 months,
Yes.
and you are concerned, you are worried that she is sleeping with your roommate.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Brown, Mr. Casper says that you're cheating on him. Is that correct?
Once, yes.
One time.
Yes.
What about right now? Are you faithful right now?
Yes, I am.
You're not cheating on him right now?
No.
You have not cheated since that one time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you love him?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to go through with this wedding in 2 months?
Yes, I do, because I still want him to adopt my daughter.
So you have a baby, and
Yes.
you all want to be a family.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a father to her child?
I do.
All right, so what's on the line here is the possibility that this family might not ever happen.
What's on the line is that this relationship will end. Her and the roommate will be kicked out of the house because I am the main leaseholder on the apartment, and I will find somebody else to live there if I have to.
Okay, so take me back to when you fell in love, before all of these issues came up.
Well, I was at one of her friend's house. I had been dating her at the time. The day she walked in to the house, I fell in love at first sight. I saw
She's blushing. What was it about her that made you say, this is it?
the attitude.
The attitude.
She had an attitude. I like when people, they like to tell me exactly what's going on, not...
She wasn't fake.
Yeah, exactly.
She was real.
Whenever she needed help, she would ask. She was in a bad relationship at the time. And so whenever she needed help, I would make myself late to work to go pick her up from that house that she was living at, and take her with me to work and leave my keys and bring a blanket for her so she can sleep in my car so she can actually get a good night rest.
He gave up a lot, honestly.
What did he give up?
He gave up his family and a roof over his head to be with me.
And that touched you deeply?
Yeah, it did. He was my knight in shining armor and basically saved me from it all.
And he stepped in with your pregnancy?
Yeah, he claimed her as his own even before we even started dating.
Was he at the birth?
I cut the umbilical cord.
So you have been the only father this child has known.
Exactly.
So what went wrong in the relationship?
Well, our old roommate moved out, and we needed to find another roommate to move in to help with bills. And so she found somebody that could actually move in, an old friend from Job Corps. And I said I was feeling like with my Libra and empathy.
And the energy that you're feeling in this situation is wrong.
Yes, something was gonna happen with it, but I let it go because we needed the help.
What was that? What was it about this person?
If people are around my fiance, I'm able to sense if they're getting too close with the way they talk, the way they text, things like that.
Miss Brown, how did you meet this gentleman you were bringing into your home?
We went to Job Corps back in 2014 and lost contact for 2-3 years. So I seen he was looking for a place to stay.
Okay.
And I went to him and convinced him to let Andrew move in.
All right, did you have a relationship with this gentleman beforehand?
We knew each other, but didn't associate.
Okay.
All right. And how long have you known him?
2-3 years.
Right. Mr. Casper, did you question her about who was going to be moving into your apartment?
I just asked her a little bit about him just to see if my bad feelings would go away. My feelings kind of went away because I could see that nothing would happen before. So I was okay with it after that.
So you then let this gentleman move in with you?
Yes.
Did those feelings, those bad feelings or vibes you were getting, did they go away after he moved in?
No, they're still there, but it wasn't until she started becoming distant. Whenever I asked her to talk to me, she would walk out of the room. She would go talk to him. And I felt like I was getting too close.
Ms. Brown, were you paying more attention to this gentleman than to your fiance?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Why were you doing that?
I became more distant from him and started paying more attention to Andrew because he became lazy after Andrew moved in. He was on the game also from the time he got home to the time we had to go to bed.
So he was playing on his games all evening?
Yeah,
He wasn't helping around the house?
correct.
He wasn't helping with the baby?
No.
So, Cutler, when you come home after a day of work, what are some of the things that you do so that I know that you're in the game with me?
Well, the first thing, just ask you how your day went. I mean, even though we work together, we don't see each other all day, but we try not to ignore each other when we come home. You know, if she's been home with the baby all day, then, you know, one of the first things you ought to do is, how was your day? Anything I can help with? Were you doing that?
I asked her what I can do. Whenever I came home, as soon as I walked in the door, I need to do this and this and take care of the baby. Because whenever she doesn't want to change the baby, she says, can you go change her? Do this, do that. Wasn't.
Well, Ms. Brown, was your roommate giving you more attention than Mr. Casper was giving you?
Yes, he was. He'd actually listen and help out more than Klayton was. We talked about how I was frustrated with him not helping.
And see, I would try to talk to her, and I'd say, "What's up? What can I do? What's wrong? What's wrong? What can I do to fix myself?" And she would just say, "It doesn't matter."
But if he's offering to do better, you can't just say, "I'm not going to respond to that," because you end up being here with me.
Correct.
At some point, did you sense that there was just something not right?
They were getting too close for my taste. She would be like right next to him, like really close, kind of like cuddling, but not enough.
All right, so when you say cuddling, do you mean, you know, like this, or
just like really close
arm
together.
around her, or
No, just like really close together.
So like this?
Yes, kind of like that. And he would be holding the baby.
So did you have a conversation with him about this, and what did he say?
He told me he was going to back off, but he told me himself that he told her that he had feelings for her.
Did you confront her about
Yeah,
this?
I asked her about if he told her that, and she said yes.
What did that look like?
Like, my heart just dropped.
Okay, and what did she say when you confronted her?
Like, she would get feelings for him too. So every once in a while, like, not as strong as they were with me, but still, I tried to fix myself to make her the man she wanted, the man she can depend on.
Wow.
did you have feelings for your roommate?
At the time I did, yes.
Did you think about how your fiance would feel about that?
It was kind of in a moment thing, so technically no.
And what was that moment?
Well, to go back to what he was saying, we were close, so when he was at work the first time, we slept together.
So when your fiance was out making a living,
Yes,
you were sleeping with the roommate.
yes I was.
She had slept with him on my bed while I was at work.
Okay, Miss Brown, how do you end up sleeping with another man, your roommate, in your fiance's bed? How do you do that?
The situation was he turned around and kissed me, and it happened from there. We ended up having sex that one time.
I heard it from her, and I'd rather have heard it from him as soon as it happened, because I told him I'm lenient the first time I hear about it.
Did I hear him right? Did he say it would be okay, he would be lenient?
Well, you did hear him right.
Okay.
But what I heard was you said, look, something's wrong, just tell me.
Exactly.
I just want to know
Okay.
because we can fix this. Just tell me.
All right.
And I think that's good in a relationship.
And then what happened? Did you talk to the roommate then about what had happened?
Yeah, like the first time, don't let it happen again, because I will not be lenient. I will kick both of you out. I will end the relationship, and I will find somebody else to live with.
You are a very reasonable man. There are a lot of people who've gone stone crazy.
I got the southern accent. I'm from North Carolina.
But it was your understanding and belief that it only happened one time.
Yes.
And because you thought it only happened one time, you were willing to move past that.
Yes.
And you were willing to forgive her
Yes.
and willing to make your relationship work.
Yes, Your Honor. So it's just in the best interest of that baby and her.
Okay, but what if you find out today that it's been more than once? It wasn't just that one time. Then what?
If it happened between the time that happened the first time and the time that I forgave her for everything in the past, I will honor my word and I will let it go. But if it happened after the time that I was lenient and I told him that it was okay, that I would forgive him, if it was after that moment, the relationship over, I will kick him out as soon as we get back home.
Do you understand what is going to happen if it comes out that you were unfaithful again?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that your family that you're planning to have with him, this family unit, will go away?
Yes, I do.
And you understand he's going to put you out of your home?
Yes.
If it happened again, I will kick them out, no matter what.
All right. In order to get to the bottom of this, to make sure we have a full understanding of what's going on, the court has tracked down the roommate, Andrew. and he is here in court today. Ron, would you please bring in Andrew Butler?
Yes, Your Honor. Go ahead and take the seat right up next to the judges.
Mr. Butler, thank you for being here today. You are their roommate, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the nature of your relationship with Ms. Brown?
I've known her for about 3 years. I do have feelings for her, yes, and I would like to have a committed relationship.
Okay, there was testimony earlier that you and Ms. Brown had sexual relations.
Yes, sir.
How did that happen?
I went in there, we talked about everything that was going on, the relationship between Miss Brown and Mr. Casper. I told her how I felt. She told me how she felt, that she had the same kind of feelings for me. I kissed her, and then she kissed me back, and it just kind of went on from there.
All right, so you made the first move, so to speak.
Yes, so to speak.
But she reciprocated. She kissed you back.
Yes.
Do you have feelings for this man?
They've died down because we moved on from it. It was causing a lot of problems between the
Really?
three.
Just a lot of problems?
Yeah.
So you no longer have feelings for him?
No.
Well, that's very interesting. In preparing for cases, we do a little research of our own, and we uncovered a posting that Andrew had, and I would like to read it. It says, "I don't know what to do anymore. I am in love with someone, and she knows it, but she has someone else, and I know I can't be with her. But it kills me not to be with her. I don't know what to do." It's dated June 8th. Mr. Butler, is this your post?
Yes, it is.
So do you still have feelings for her?
Yes, I do, but
But
I know I can't be.
is she treating you differently in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we don't really talk as much. We don't really hang out as much, and like she said, we both have kind of moved on, and I've been trying to find someone else to be with, so I don't continue to make this drama.
But there is something I found a post. I had a random person on Facebook send me a post that was dated June 6th, I believe. This is from her on a post, on a great Facebook group post.
Okay.
That a random person sent me on Facebook. "So I need opinions. Me and my significant other have been fighting a lot lately. He doesn't help unless I get mad at him, and when I ask him to do something, he makes excuses. Lately, we've been fighting so much that it's pushing me away. I don't feel the same anymore. I don't know what I want anymore. I've been around our roommate for some time, and we've just been talking as friends, but the problem is I'm starting to grow feelings for our roommate. I also knew him for a couple years before he moved in. What should I say to do? I should also mention that me and my significant other are engaged."
Okay, when was that post?
I believe June 6th.
Ms. Brown, do you recognize that post?
Yes, Your Honor.
You posted that.
Yes, I did.
And the roommate you're referring to is Mr. Butler.
Yes.
You still have feelings for Mr. Butler?
Not anymore, no.
Not anymore since that post?
Yes.
What happened between that post is very recent, right?
Yes.
And so when you wrote that, you were telling pretty much the whole world that you and your fiance are having problems and you have feelings for your roommate.
Practically, yes.
Mr. Butler, let me ask you this. Mr. Casper testified that the sexual intercourse between you and his fiance only happened one time. Is that correct?
No.
So how many times did you and Miss Brown have sex?
It was twice.
When did that occur?
The first time when he was at work, I want to say it was during the beginning of the week. The second time, it was towards the end of the week.
So it was in the same week.
Yes.
Miss Brown, why did you lie to your fiance?
I was scared that for the second time he'd leave, and I didn't want him to happen because I wanted things to work out.
Mr. Casper, you look devastated. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Tell me how you're feeling.
It hurts that they both lied to me, but like a man does, I will keep my word. And like I said, I forgive for everything up to that point. I forgave them.
You got a crown in heaven. You hear me? Now, I got to tell you, what do you have to say to this man?
I still want things to work out. You know, ever since then, I haven't slept with him, anyone else. I have been trying to work on our relationship and the family we're trying to build. And I still want things to work out for us to get married and possibly having more down the road.
Let me just say this to you. If he takes you back, you need to act like you have found a gold mine.
Because you have.
Very lucky.
Mr. Butler, the court is also going to advise that you find somewhere else to live immediately.
We have resources here in this court to help you move forward as a family, to figure out how to rebuild the trust and go forward. What I would say to you and to you, as we say in this courtroom on a regular basis, do not cheat yourself out of a healthy, happy relationship. This court is adjourned.